You know, I don't think I've ever felt this inspired for one specific style of building in Minecraft. It just, I don't know, it sort of touches on something more personal to me, I feel. But today is important because I'm building a house next to my lighthouse here. I built in the last episode, which if you didn't catch, you can go watch to see how I built this thing, which I'm still super happy with how it looks, and this build today I think just complements it even more. So I have quite a bit I need to get done today, mainly being clearing out all this land, which I mentioned last episode, that I'd be setting up some TNT dupers to clear out this area, since it needs to go, so I can start building in this area more. That, and I have to start collecting materials for this house I'll be working on. I really don't feel like setting up these TNT dupers right this second, so I think I'm gonna go start collecting my first material I'll be needing today, which is going to be spruce wood. Luckily, there is a mega taiga relatively close to me. So without any more delay, I think I'm gonna head over to the spruce forest and get my hands on some of the materials I'll be needing for this build. Hey guys, so I managed to find the spruce forest, but the weirdest thing happened. So I came across a village and the locals warned me about some sort of creature. They said, what was it? It was, Sasquatch, I think is what they called it, or something. I don't know. Anyways, I managed to get some camo on, and the locals gave me this weapon. It's, that I might need to use. It's definitely dark out here, but I'm gonna start gathering spruce wood and see if I can just push through it and get out of here as quick as possible. Hey guys, I keep hearing sounds out here. I'm starting to think maybe it's not too safe out here. Oh my god! Ah, ah. Alright, we're back here at the base now, and you'll see I have made some big progress since the last time I was here. So I want to just talk about this a little bit, so I'll put the footage on screen now, but I started with digging out a layer on the very base of where I wanted to cut out, and that took a really long time, and there was a lot of mobs, so that was really annoying. I almost died a couple times trying to dig that out. I just didn't want to place any light sources really or anything because I knew I'd be placing water down. So the reason I place water down is so I can actually have the bottom be smooth after I put the TNT dupers up above. So then it's not, making this super massive crater in the earth, because that would be even uglier than, having just a hill here. And after that, I set up the TNT duper, which it went pretty well. I mean, I did mess it up a couple times, you'll see here. I did mess up a couple times building it, but it eventually worked, and then I let it run most of the night. Pretty much, yeah, I let it run all night, and then in the morning it finished up. So overall, this was much quicker than just digging it out by hand. Digging it out by hand, I swear, would have taken like a week or something. So this got it done in like literally a day and a half, pretty much. So it was efficient. It did miss this spot, but that's fine. I can dig this out. Everything else it got really clean. I can pop up in here in my camera and take a look. You'll see it's pretty much mostly gone here. So I do need to drain some of this water still. I drained a big portion of it, but I figured this was enough to build the house here and not have a big ugly puddle here, you know. And I have gone ahead and collected my materials for the build here. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this has gone. So since I have materials, I'm pretty ready now here to start building the house. But before that, let's run an ad break. I've heard out here that I can catch a particularly rare specimen, and I've been out here pretty much all night, though, and I still haven't gotten anything. Oh! Oh my god, I caught it! A Built by Zay membership! I've been chasing it forever. It's such a good deal. I can get all of Built by Zay's build schematics, shoutouts, and much, much more. I've heard only a few people have caught one of these before. I think their names were Carson, Max L, this guy, Build with Mag, and Skywalker. These guys are the stuff of legends, but if you haven't caught one yet, get out there and catch one of these. They're so worth it. Man, I can't believe I just caught one of these. You know, sometimes I think less is more. I heard that from a friend of mine a while back. So I want to talk about this a little bit here because there's a lot I can talk about with this build despite it being not a very large building. So to start, I can come around the front here and you'll see I've added touches of color to it. For instance, there's a touch of bamboo here and the glazed terracotta, which adds a lot of interest to that side, and there's just a small touch of pink here. And things like that, I think, really round out the building as a whole together, and I think it really brings it together. I can talk about the windows. So the windows here, actually, you know what, let me just go in my camera here. So I've done this trick using walls and then kelp behind it to sort of look like drapes or this sort of, I don't know, maybe shutters. It's just this little nice trim there. And you'll see this cross pattern in the glass too. So how I'm doing that is I'm putting light gray glass and then behind it I'm putting a layer of regular glass connected like that. And it creates this sort of cross pattern, which I really love how that looks. To get this wooden feel, I've also used a lot of corals in here, different mixes of corals and signs and different pale oak textures, but really there's not that many blocks in here. It's the bulk of it is mushroom stem, pale oak, pale oak planks, and strip pale oak. That's the bulk of this. You'll notice I add touches of color too in the foundation here. I've used some copper here to add a little touch. Also, weathered copper, I believe it's weathered copper, that one. It's my favorite block, I think. So I really just like how it looks a lot. I can come around here. Actually, here, let me go to the other side over here. So I've done a interesting roof here because I've tried to give the effect that it's not exactly a straight with the stairs up. The roof wasn't that steep in my reference, which my reference is the Tybee Lighthouse in Georgia, for those of you that want to know. So yeah, I've done a mix of slabs and levers to give this sort of, it's not slabs, but it's not stairs, it's somewhere in between, and I've tried to, get that effect. And when you take a step back, I think it works pretty okay. Another thing you'll notice is I've got an American flag up here using, of all blocks, TNT, which I think works great for the flag. Now, those of you that might be worried if TNT strikes that, it might blow up my house, I've already tested. I summoned some lightning in creative here, and it's completely safe. Lightning can't not strike it. And explode it. So that's good. But overall, I think this build really complements the lighthouse. I love how this American flag here, I don't know, the house and then the flag leads your eye sort of upward towards the lighthouse. And so I think it really complements the lighthouse a lot here. And this old wooden building just kind of feels like an old historic building. I actually need to, so I think I need to name this lighthouse. And I want it to be kind of a historical site here, and I want to name it on this sign. So if you guys will leave a comment down below of your name suggestions, the one that gets the most likes, I will name the lighthouse. As long as it's not something stupid like poo-poo lighthouse, right? Like, okay, as long as it's a decent name. So, is there anything else like it? Let me go around the back. It's the same. There's no interior in here. I didn't really have room to put one because of these windows are all scuffed. So I did not have room to do that. And I need to add some trails and some polishing around the area. I've added a touch of birch, different touches of color, same as the front. But overall, I'm very happy with this. Now, in the next episode, wrapping up here, I have a lot planned for the next episode. I want to create a road here, kind of in this area, that goes that way a good amount, and I want to extend the land out, and over there, I'm going to put a pretty large building coming off the water. I'm not going to say what it is yet, so you guys are going to have to stay tuned for the next episode. So if you want to see that, you can subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notifications for when I upload that next week. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps me a lot to keep making videos like this. A quick shout out for my members: Parson, Max L, this guy, Build with Mag, and Skywalker. Thanks a lot, guys, for becoming channel members. It really helps me out and helps me to keep doing this for long term. But yeah, this has been Build by Zay. Bye-bye now.